Steak or hair? Decisions. So last Saturday, my cousin Kyle came over for our semi-regular cousin cook-off, which is really just an excuse for us to argue about whether ketchup belongs on eggs and see who can clog the sink faster. This time, Kyle arrived with a duffel bag and a wild look in his eyes, like he was about to pitch me a startup idea involving edible shoes. He declared, "Today, I'm making steak, but with a twist." That's when he pulled out a hair straightener. Not a fancy sous vide machine or a blowtorch. Just a pink, slightly melted hair straightener with a sticker of a unicorn on it. Naturally, I assumed he was joking until he started marinating the ribeye and plugging in the straightener right next to my toaster. I asked if he was having a midlife crisis at 27, but he just grinned and mumbled something about precision heat. He sectioned the steak as if it were hair, carefully passing the straightener over each strip. The kitchen began to fill with the smell of sizzling beef and, oddly, coconut shampoo. Meanwhile, Kyle narrated like he was on a Food Network show, explaining that the key was slow, even passes, just like getting the frizz out. By the time he finished, my dog was hiding under the table, my smoke alarm was threatening to unionize, and Kyle's hands were so greasy he couldn't grip the salt shaker. When he finally plated the steak, it looked less like a gourmet meal and more like something you'd find at a barber convention's lost and found. But Kyle was beaming, his hair perfectly straight and suspiciously glossy, and insisted we try his masterpiece. I took a bite, and honestly, the steak tasted like burnt ends and Pantene. I told Kyle I didn't know whether to chew it or run a comb through it. He sighed and said, "Well, at least my hair's never been juicier, but I think the steak's got split ends."